Hello, my squeegees. It's Boom Boom again here. Today I want to talk about DNA related to LM case. Collection of DNA is covered by 44 PA CSA 2316. This basically means that a defendant's DNA cannot be collected except for certain enumerated types of crimes and only after a conviction. However, a search warrant can be issued for the collection of a suspect's DNA if probable cause exists. How about legal challenges? Some argue that DNA collection for those arrested but not yet convicted infringes on their constitutional rights, as it potentially turns individuals into permanent suspects. Others claim that the expansion of DNA collection could aid law enforcement in identifying suspects and solving crimes. What about exclusion of samples? The law allows for collection of DNA samples, but they are not required if authorized law enforcement or corrections officials confirm that a DNA sample from the person has already been validly collected and provided to the state DNA databank, and a DNA record for the person exists in the state DNA database. Here's my take on DNA samples. People who have been arrested but not yet convicted are innocent until proven guilty. They have a right to due process of law. They have a right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. They have a reasonable expectation of privacy. And when it comes to privacy, there isn't anything more personal than our genetic information. DNA is not the same as fingerprint. It contains your genetic code, which reveals the most intimate, private information about you and your family. It is not the kind of data the government should be cavalierly compiling and indefinitely storing. You guys may think, why would the Altoona Police Department decide to trick LM to obtain his DNA? I want to explain in this case, the police could not have been able to get a warrant in Pennsylvania because none of the crimes he was alleged to have committed would have been able to support a finding of probable cause for the issuance for a search warrant for DNA. No judge would grant a search warrant on the crimes as we know them: forgery, carrying a pew-pew without a license, tampering with records, and possession of an instrument of a crime. I was excited yesterday because someone was finally swinging for our boy. Yay, Tom Dickey. In my almost 40 years of experience, I've seen so much trickery by the police, it's not even funny. It is not fair for a boy who probably felt alone, scared, without a lawyer, to be surrounded by a bunch of strangers with weapons, badges, and insignias, to be manipulated in such a way. This robs him of his presumption of innocence and sets our Constitution on its head. We do not know if he did this crime or not at this point until the trial is over. Everyone out there is entitled to form an opinion about the real pew-pewer. However, we must insist that LM be provided with his constitutional right of a presumption of innocence, and this stays with him until he's proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Above all of this, my stance has remained the same, that whoever the pew-pewer is will be held accountable in due time. So until then, we should keep following the case with an open mind and let the evidence guide us all the way to the trials. Until then, please take good care of each other out there. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Boomer out.